What's going on, everyone? Jake Brewster here at Bad Dog Paintwork. You know the score. If you're new here, I'll explain to you. I used to make videos every week, every Wednesday evening they go on. We talk about things, we talk about processes, we talk about bikes that we got in, any news, any updates, product reviews, all sorts of things. I stopped doing them, not because I wanted to stop doing them, it was basically because life was just getting in the way. There was that many different factors happening at that time, late 2019. That's all done and out the way now. COVID happened. That was another big step. I'll talk about it in a minute. Anyway, it's good to be back. I'm looking forward to making some more of these videos, product reviews, things we've got in. I'm going to try and do a video every week. Might not be every week. Might just be a quick chat on a Saturday morning on a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live or something. Either way, we're going to get some content out there. There's a lot been happening, so I've got a brew on go. I've got a bit of a wristling down here of what's been going on. There's a lot to fill you in on, It's been a long time. So, let's start off. So, end of 2019, videos dried up a little bit. No one's fault. It was just time was getting in the way. Loads of different factors. Skip to 2020, start of 2020. COVID happened. Now, the day that good old Boris announced that, right, we're having a lockdown, game over, it was a bit of we were touching cloth a little bit, let's say. So the first 2 weeks of lockdown, I'm all right because I worked from home before it was cool. It didn't really affect me too much. So carried on working as normal, obviously with the guidelines, with customers and things like that. It took me 2 weeks to sort of catch up with everything, get people the stuff back. No one knew where they were, After that fortnight, it was a bit like, we've got to think outside the box here. So we were coming up with new plans, new ways to make money, all these different things for about a week. After that week, after everyone had got sick of being in house and went to spend the time in the garage, business went mental. From after that 2 weeks, it was just crazy busy. Every single day, I got people wanting to drop things off. I got people wanting to pick up. I got jobs want doing that people had left for years and years, and finally they've got a bit of spare time, bit of spare cash because they're not at the pub every Friday night, and that was it. It saved us. Well, it didn't really save us. We were a bit like that for a week or two, but yeah, since then, crazy. So that took us all the way through to summer, winter, all good. We were chuffed to bits. We were happy. COVID didn't really affect us very much, is what I'm trying to say in a business sense, However, unfortunately, late December of 2020, we lost Barney, our mascot. It was very sad. It was a big surprise because he wasn't an old dog or anything. He was just not himself. He went to the vets, had a scan. It turned out he got liver cancer. So we had to do what any good dog owner would do, and we had to have him put to sleep, which devastated us all. It was because it was such a shock, it devastated everyone. My dad didn't eat for 3 days. It was just it was just after Christmas, so we'd had a nice time at Christmas, and then to be hit with that, it really knocked us back quite a bit, But following on from that, there was a lot of heartache at home. Space that needed to be filled. We can't be Bad Dog Paintwork without a dog, otherwise we'd just be bad paintwork. No one needs that. So we ended up with Ruby, little staffy. Ruby's brilliant. She was a rescue. She came from her home that couldn't look after her anymore. So yeah, we're chuffed to bits with Ruby. She's a brilliant dog. Really sensitive. Following on to 2021 a little bit, June, July sort of time, me and my partner ended up getting a dog, Dixie. So we've got 2 mascots now, little Dixie the Patterdale, and her and Ruby are best mates. A lot of you have already met them. They just want love, They're not nasty guard dogs. So yeah, that really sorted us out for for that year. Again, work was, I keep my personal life out of this, but the dogs are sort of part of the business, so, you know. So we made friends with the National Motorcycle Museum, which are now one of our biggest customers. I recommend going. They have a show on every October, Museum Live. It's free to go into. You can walk around the museum. There's trade stands like us there, so you can come and talk with us. And you know, if you've got jobs that need doing, we can talk to you about them. There's all sorts of different stalls there. You know, it's really worth going. Look it up. It's in October. Museum Live, it's called, at the National Motorcycle Museum in Birmingham, just near the NEC on that island. Henry Cole goes and all of his mates, and they have ex-racers, current racers there doing talks, speeches, stuff like that. Really worth going. Following up from COVID, obviously 2020, we didn't do any shows in 2020. Shows for us is quite a big one because we get to get out there and talk to people. And in fact, this bike I've got behind me, this is a Kawasaki. This customer saw us at Stafford show. Just following on from that, he dropped it off, we got it done for him. It's just waiting to be polished. And then we're picking it up this weekend coming. 2021 rolled around and there was talk of shows happening, but obviously with the government guidelines, we were restricted. Face mask, 2 meters apart, all that. So we sort of laid off doing shows for the start of the year. We started our servicing branch as well. So we're now Bad Dog Paintwork and servicing, it should say there. We do MOTs, everything to go with it, you know, health checks, tyres, wheels, anything really, basic maintenance. We don't go so much into engine rebuilds and things like that, but basic maintenance, mainly the servicing and MOTing side of things. It's very popular, you know, and what we tend to say to people is if you bring your bike in for a paint job for an extra X amount, depending on the bike, we'll service it and we'll do it at a discount rate, which is already a lot less than other garages and dealerships and things like that. So it's worth bearing in mind if you do pay for that service. I think the best thing to come out of 2021, I don't know if you're aware, but BSA have started up again. Under the Mahindra Group. Fantastic people to deal with. So they came to us to do their paintwork for the promotional models, which were on show at the NEC Motorcycle Show in December 2021. Getting traction now, it's snowballing, getting bigger, and hopefully we'll be part of the bigger picture. Now, moving on to 2022. While all this is happening, by the way, we're still busy with normal customers. Every hour of every day, it feels. I mean, it wasn't in reality, you know. Jake needs a day off. So yeah, busy, but we'd rather it be like that. You know, a lot of companies have suffered over the past couple of years, and fortunately, touch wood, touch everything, we're not one of them. We've done well. Cheers. Following to the back end of 2022, BSA got back in contact. They came up with a new concept they wanted to get out there, which I can say now, which was the Scrambler. So we got that all painted up for them and sent off. I'm very positive for their upcoming bikes. I know the first order is going to be here and being released in March. And finally, we're now in 2023. Our order books are stacking up. Anyway, Jake Brewster here at Bad Dog Paintwork, signing off for now. Let's get some traction going. Like, share, comment, whatever, all that. Even give it a dislike if you feel like it, but, you know, come on, play the game. Looking forward to doing some more videos this year. So if you've got any ideas or there's anything you want to know, whether it's paintwork or servicing or product reviews or anything like that, just comment. Let me know what you want to see, and hopefully we'll get it done. See you all soon. Keep it wet.